So, you have decided to pursue a career in glass. Congratulations! I'm sure you will find your time in the profession to be filled with excitement, as well as being professionally, if not financially, rewarding. However, before you get your hands on the hot stuff, there is a vitally important skill you need to learn first. Cold working. Hold on there, young fellow me chap. Don't look so disappointed. Contrary to popular belief, cold working is in fact very interesting and plays a vitally important role in the making process. Whether you choose to become a blower, a caster, a fuser, or a laminator, you will find it is those finishing touches which allow your work to ring out. Are you sold on the idea? Good, then let's get started, shall we? As a general cold worker, the first tool you will need to get to grips with is the flatbed grinder. However, like any unfamiliar tool, you may find there are one or two problem areas that need ironing out. Of course, it is always recommended that you familiarise yourself with the flatbed first by practicing on a test piece before attempting to grind the real thing. One of the issues you may encounter is known in technical terms as grinding something on the wonk. This common occurrence can easily be corrected by a more experienced cold worker, so do not be embarrassed to ask for assistance. If you try to correct the problem yourself, you may inadvertently make matters worse. Of course, in the early days, things will not always go according to plan. It's at times like this that a good cold worker must learn how to improvise. The next cold working process you must master is called hand lapping. Utilising a combination of fine grit, soap and water on a sheet of flat glass, a good cold worker will be able to achieve beautifully flat and even surfaces. Hand lapping can take many hours to complete properly, so it is advisable to schedule a series of short tea breaks or targets with little rewards at the completion of each stage. Hand lapping can be both repetitious and boring. However, it is important to keep your focus, as this will prevent costly mistakes at a later stage. Although it is important to break up the monotony of what can sometimes seem a very long and uninteresting job, it is important to remember it is the job never started that takes longest to finish. Not to mention the obvious frustrations to an employer who may feel they are being shortchanged by your below par performance. With all this taken into consideration, hand lapping can be a pleasant, meditative process, a process by which it is all too easy to lose track of time. Like all aspects of cold working, the polishing lathe can be a bit of a black art. The trick is not to run the spindle too fast. If you do, you may find you end up wearing the polishing compound instead of it remaining on the wheel where it belongs. Of course, having a pair of safety glasses to hand is responsible workshop practice. Another danger to look out for is to always make sure the wheel is running true. Otherwise, you may find polishing a bone-shaking experience. With these precautions properly heeded, the coldworking professional will find polishing a quick, clean, and rewarding process. As your career as a coldworker progresses, you may find that people will approach you on occasion who require minor repairs and restoration to their valuable or beloved household glass objects. This is very fortunate, as it can be an excellent way of supplementing your meagre coldworker's income. However, be warned, there is a particular group within society that all working professionals should be on their guard for. Students. Students contribute a much needed boost of vitality to any profession, and their ideas, for the most part, are inventive. However, due to a combination of time management issues, student fees, and an overly ambitious social calendar, students rarely leave enough time to coldwork their projects, and almost never have sufficient funds to seek professional help. It's at times like this that the generosity and skill of the working professional is taxed to the limit, as they are forced to work within an unrealistic time frame and budget in order to complete the work on time. In this scenario, our friend comes through for the student within the deadline, like any true professional, allowing her to receive a first-class degree and go on to become a famous and celebrated artist. Well done, that man! But let's see now how our friend might have handled the same situation. There you have it. With dedication, perseverance, and a little common sense, you too can have a long and happy career as a coldworker. Happy grinding!